Major moves. We going all in. Like we got nothing to lose. We making moves. We making major moves. We making moves. We making major moves. We making moves.
Warning, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't blame me or any other random person that gives you some money tips for any of your financial decisions. I provide information based on research that may guide you to taking a deeper look at a particular company. However, in no way am I suggesting to invest or not invest in that company. Your decisions are that of your own. I present information that is readily available on the internet, and I piece together the story to create and provide a more holistic concept to create a bigger picture. This information is for educational purposes only. Ultimately, I'm a guy in a Spider-Man mask, and you should not take financial advice or information from me. So I'm back from dinner, and of course as I come back, the water tower decides it wants to go off and start, feeding the plants. I'm happy it's feeding the plants, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it waited till I started recording. Or maybe I didn't have the patience to wait till it was done. Either way, I just want to put the blame on it and not myself. So the last thing I was talking about, I believe, was wholesaling, and I know that because I had rewatched that last part of the video, not because I have a fantastic memory. Alright, so the boom and bust. Let's go through this. I can't see shit. Where's this mouse? There it is, okay. The boom and bust. Let's go into it. So this is on the website. The website here, I don't remember who put this up. The St. Louis Fed, I believe it is. And here, this is the real estate cycle now. You can see how far does it go. Back to the 60s. Let's see. This is in the 60s and 70s. This is where it became depegged. Not it became, but the dollar became depegged from gold. And you can see clearly the inflation that has kicked in since. And you can see near the end, where we are today, this hyperinflation, which is bringing up the price of real estate. That's what we're looking at here. This is the median sales price of houses sold in the United States. You can see the value of the houses going up. And value is only created when somebody else purchases that property. And then they live in there for a bit, or fix it and flip it and sell it for a higher valuation. So in 2020, the interest rate on properties had dropped at that price. So people figured this is the best time to buy. I might never get in again because the prices of houses are going up. A lot of people assume, and dumb money thinks, that property only goes up. Not true. Not true at all. We are going through the biggest pullback in history right now. I could be wrong, but I believe we're going back to the 80s. Our test is the 80s, I believe, in terms of pricing, in terms of the inflation, the interest rates, because we are going to see double digits again. I honestly believe that. Not just in the US, not just in Canada here where I live, not just in Australia, globally, we're going to see that. I don't know how long it's going to last for in terms of that itself. The recession itself, or the deep depression, if you will, won't last as long, because again, this is now digital money, where that's going to be flowing around the world. So it'll have the potential to bring the economy back up to a particular level fairly quick, as opposed to having to issue out new money physically and try to get that into the people's hands. It's digitally, it's on your phone in a matter of 3 to 5 seconds, depending on what crypto you're using at that point. So the boom and bust here, the boom and bust. Don't be dumb money. You don't buy at the top and try to sell at the bottom. You buy at the bottom and you sell high. All right. So that being said, just like I was talking about before, wait. Just wait. There's no need to buy a property right now. You're going to be learning this stuff. I'm going to be teaching you guys this stuff. I will give you access to my calculator, but on a slimmed down version though. I do have other versions, or more robust versions, which I will add a premium to that, because of this has taken me about 10 years now, cumulatively, to create, just for my journey into real estate here. And I put a lot of energy into this, so I could potentially patent this as what I'm thinking as well. That way it's not easily replicatable. That's the word. I nailed it. Okay, going back. Where are we? Three-tier corporation structure for real estate. This is the best structure, the only structure you need to get when you enter into a real estate, create a real estate company. And the reason you want to create a real estate corporation, or known as LLPs in the U.S., is because that LLP or that corporation gives you a separate entity from you, your person, to this entity here now. So your name could be Mr. Man, and I could have corporation Mr. Man and a half if I wanted. Whenever I purchase real estate, I buy it in this corporation. When I buy another asset, I buy it in this corporation. If I'm going to buy a car, I don't buy it under my name. I buy it under this corporation. If anything ever happened to me where I got sued and people wanted to take me for everything I have, I don't own anything at all at that point. The corporation does. They can take me, and it's like I don't have anything here. So even your own house, you want to put that under your corporation. And you can use everything in that corporation as an asset. When you buy something, only buy assets, do not buy liabilities. Assets are things that make you money, liabilities are things that do not. So to own your own car, if you are just using it for a car to drive you to A and B, you're putting wear and tear on it, that's a liability. If you own a car or a couple cars and you're using them on Turo, the app, to rent out to people, or if you're doing like an Uber or a Lyft type operation where that car is making you money, that's a liability. A liability are things that make you money versus an asset, is something that makes you money versus a liability, which takes away your money. Okay. So, let me go back to the corporation. I just briefed over that. So, real estate has been hot in the GTA for many years, all right? Investors have been looking at real estate as a lucrative investment to include in their portfolio. And you're going to want real estate in your portfolio. You're going to want gold. You're going to want silver. Gold preserves your wealth. Silver is a hot commodity that's going to shoot up in terms of value itself because it's used in technology. And we're entering a new era of technologies like we've never seen before. And silver is going to be in everything. Silver and copper and iridium and palladium and all the precious metals. The average investor makes the first time investment personally or through a corporation in acquiring property for rental purposes. Again, when you're buying property, real estate, get that into your corporation, not under your persons. When rental properties are held personally, the rent is reported right away on the investor's personal tax return. Also, if rental property is held in a corporation, the passive income is taxed at the highest rate, a tax rate in Canada. However, there are some strategies and businesses that can be started alongside your real estate investment to help reduce some of your taxes and or passive income. And the same can be said for the U.S. as well and other places around the world. I pull up Canadian information because I'm Canadian. I don't know beyond my realm here, but I understand it's fairly similar because I have looked into other places to buy. Again, my partner and I want to move to Canary Islands, which is governed by Spain, off the coast of Africa. So I need to learn that area's real estate now and how that works. So that being said, now there are, for all you crypto fans out there, because I know I am, there is real estate on crypto already. I'm not sure if you guys are aware. I've taken a look at a couple of them, and I've taken the liberty to bring some of them up for you here. So crypto projects using real estate, using crypto projects. We have Lofty AI, which is utilizes Algorand as their token of choice, their coin of choice. The company offers users to invest and diversify real estate, receive rental income payouts daily, list holding for sale at any time, and vote on property decisions, enabling users to invest a minimum amount and earn through rent. Let me just show you guys a bit of what they're about.
So as of about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I am the proud owner of these two single-family homes right here. Both happen to be located in the Midwestern region of the United States, but I don't actually own the entire homes. I just own tiny pieces of them. And those tiny pieces are sitting comfortably in my crypto wallet. But because I own tiny pieces of each one, I'm entitled to my part of the rental income that they generate. As you can see, a measly $550 investment between these two single-family homes pays me about 12 cents a day, every day. Oh, and you know how home prices tend to go up over time, right? Well, my tiny pieces of these homes also appreciate in value over time, just as the homes do. Keep in mind, I've never seen these houses in person, I've never met the tenants, and I have zero responsibility when it comes to making repairs or worrying about new tenants in general. I just collect the money every day, and so do the thousands of other investors on this platform.
So he is what's known as an equity partner. He's not the one putting in the sweat equity to take care of the property. That is an equity partner. We as investors, we offer the sweat equity, and we find individuals like this, like our family, like our friends, who want to invest but don't have the time or want to take the time or want to learn about real estate. But everybody knows real estate is one of the best investments to make. But depending on where you're at in the cycle itself. Are we on the up part where we're on now? And after an up, everything that goes up must come down. So you buy when it goes down, not now, okay? Not now. Just sit and hold tight. And then we have Proppy, which is on ETH. Proppy is a global property store and decentralized title registry built on ETH blockchain. Let's check out Proppy. Do I have that? Yeah, there we go.
What is Proppy? How does Proppy work? Everywhere you look, technology is penetrating our daily lives. Even so, some industries are resistant to change. Instead, they prefer to keep their old behaviors. The real estate industry is a prime example of this. Buying property is a slow and disorganized process. It is plagued by intermediaries, delayed communication, and unnecessary repetition.
That is so true, it's irritating.
Fortunately, automation is taking over the world, and Proppy is bringing this technology to the public via the property purchasing process. With the help of automation and blockchain technology, the whole process of buying property on Proppy is transparent and straightforward. It consists of only 5 simple steps. Step 1. Property choice. The process begins with a buyer finding a property on the listing platform. Just like Zillow, Redfin and other real estate listings, Proppy aggregates data from MLS. All you have to do is go on Proppy, select your desired property, choose an agent and make an offer. Step 2. Purchase and sale agreement generation. Proppy automatically generates the purchase and sale agreement and it performs ownership verification through a third party. The offer gets signed electronically by all participants. Once all parties provide their signatures, the purchase agreement gets encrypted and it is recorded on the blockchain. Step 3. Additional documents. The title agent uploads the title report so that both the buyer and the seller can sign it online. In addition to the title report, the seller's agent uploads disclosure documents so that the participants can sign them.
Perfect. So now you'll have an immutable record, unbroken chain of events of what happened. You will have all your information in your wallet now on your phone, as opposed to myself. I have a filing cabinet with files and files and files of information. All this stuff here I want to tokenize and find a way to put into my wallet. So once I figure out how to do that, you better believe I'm doing that. So now you know what Proppy's about. It's going to streamline your business and make it quick. You save time. The saying is, time is money, and that's so true. The next one we have here is LaToken. LaToken equity and asset tokenization. So LaToken is a liquid asset token. It's a blockchain protocol and platform for creating and trading asset tokens. The LAT platform is already operational. It allows trading tokenized shares of Apple, Tesla, Google, and other blue chips, as well as gold, oil, and real estate ETFs. Remember we were talking about those as well? And ETFs via crypto. So let's take a look at what LaToken is here. I'm not pushing these tokens. I've just looked into these really, really briefly to present them to you. I'm not an affiliate of any of these people. I don't get paid by anybody should you decide to use this. I'm just showing you the different types of companies that are out there that's utilizing crypto now, should you want to be a crypto real estate investor in whatever strategy of real estate you decide to go down.
Human ideas and DNA utilize solar energy to transform Earth into assets worth trillions of dollars that are still not being used to the fullest to benefit people, blocked by high transaction costs, low transparency, capital controls, and lack of free markets. Blockchain changes the rules of the game. Today, LaToken can help you to unlock the value of those assets. Equity, debt, real estate, commodities, and even works of art can become liquid, tokenized, and sold by fractions with the help of blockchain technology. It's easy. Sell part of your asset to a LAT-certified custody. Tokenize your asset on our platform and sell it in fractions to investors. Investors may sell the tokens on a secondary market, and you can buy back the asset later on or sell it on the settlement date. You can start now. Just go to LaToken.com, log in, fill in your personal details, add a description of your asset and the name of the asset token, set the smart contract, set the legal structure. Sign the term sheet, get approval, and wait for the token's sale date. You can tokenize your asset right from the sofa. To make transactions safely and store them on blockchain, download LAT Wallet. Check your blockchain synchronization in real time. Easily manage your portfolio on LAT platform. Tokenize and trade your assets via LaToken.com.
So, that's how I can tokenize my asset. Awesome. How do I cancel that? There we go. So that's one way to get tokenization on your property there. I'm not looking to sell my properties. I just want to tokenize it and keep it in my wallet. And there's a few others here now. There's Rentberry, Elysia. I'm not going to go into those. Then what you want to do is determine your area to buy. And this is very important. Buy where you're comfortable to start off with. Most people like to stay within their area. 10, 15, 20 minutes, maybe half an hour down the road type of thing. Because we all know where we live. We all know the property values of where we live the best. So most people tend to start there. You'll be able to tell if someone, so-and-so down the road is selling their property. A duplex, you've seen them before listed. If not, start looking at them now. Get on your MLS listing and start looking. MLS would be something like Zillow or whatever other companies list real estate properties. Remax, what else is there? I can't even think of any. Any places that list real estate, go check them out now. Whatever you think you're comfortable in, if you think you want to explore, begin to explore and look at that and get to know those prices in that area. If you're thinking you want to buy single family homes, again, the risk on that is a lot higher, because should that one family not be in there, you lose 100% of your rent at that point. And now you have to find someone to get in there, or else it becomes more of a frantic. And the last thing you want to do is have emotion mixed with money. That's why I prefer multi-family homes, whether duplex or bigger. Where am I? Determine your area to buy. I'm comfortable with my area. I know that's my bread and butter. I know an hour from here as well what that area is like. That's not too far up the road. Well, it's an hour up the road. That's not too far for us. And, we drive 5 hours to Winnipeg, and that's not too far for us because you have to. If you don't, you're not going anywhere. So now that you determine your area and you're comfortable with your area, it's time to pull that trigger. So to do that, you need to have either some bank's money in terms of a mortgage or a mortgage broker. Both of them essentially go to the bank or to a bank or to another lender of sorts. The banks just stick with their structure. If I am Bank of Chase, Bank of America, Bank of CIBC, if I'm TD Bank, Royal Bank of Canada, I will sell you what is in my house. I want the business, I will sell you my product, and I will tell you what that interest rate is going to be, and you either accept it or you don't accept it. Whereas if you have a mortgage broker, that mortgage broker is talking to different banks, talking to different types of lenders, talking to third-party lenders, and trying to get the best for you as a real estate investor. Most investors, because they speak to more people, they speak to more than just themselves. They don't offer the mortgage to you. They go to third-party lenders and give you those options and list the options for you, and then you have a conversation with them and determine what's going to be the best for you. And then you have your interest rate here. The interest rate is very important. A lot of people think that, well, that's what the bank's giving me, so I'm just going to take that, and you have no say. You have a lot of say. Again, play the field. Don't just go to the first offer that you see or receive. I prefer mortgage brokers because they tend to, again, have more options to them than just the one bank that could be down the road from you. And there are different type of rates as well. There's variable open, variable open, then you have closed, and each of them play different depending on what's going on in the market. I had purchased my last property in 2020, and I bought that 2021, December 3rd, 2021, and I bought it under market value. I was still so new to what was going on, so I did end up buying at the top, and I have to figure this out now. But I bought it completely undervalued. I bought a fourplex for the price of a single family home. That being said, I also locked in. I had variable open first, and I got at a low interest rate. And then I refinanced earlier. I refinanced about a year into this. At that point, I'd recognized what was going on. So we were in the process of renovating also. So you have an appraiser come in, check the place out, and knowing that we bought it undervalued, the appraiser, and because the value of properties were going up at that price, we got it re-evaluated at the price of a fourplex. So now we have this loan, a HELOC, home equity line of credit that we can now use. And after that re-evaluation of the property, I went and refinanced and locked it in now that we have this HELOC from that property. And I locked it in at a lower rate too when I finally recognized what was going on. So we will be going down. And when we go down, I'll have my renovations still going on at that point. When the renovations are done, I'm hoping real estate's on its way up. I posted a video on Twitter today where it's indicating that we're not too far. And I can't determine how far we actually are. That's just something we're going to have to find out as we go. But I do want you guys to hear this though.
Actually, you can digitize the whole securities life cycle here. I mean, that to me feels like the sort of almost like the bigger picture win to the...
This individual who's speaking is from Swift. He's the lead. I don't remember his title. He's from Swift though.
this whole thing. Yeah. So I mean, this is something we clearly, you know, there's a lot of potential here, right? And yet, you know, this is sort of, it's like we're at that stage of it being sort of a growing, but also somewhat sort of some extent kind of nascent market, right? Mm-hmm. And you know, I think we're at the start of that sort of S curve that you classically see in terms of in terms of when a market takes off. So some credible analysts predict, but I really like.
All right, so you heard that we're near, not too far away. I don't know how far we are from that, but I'm hoping to have my property completed prior to that. Build in the bottom, sell off in the top. That's how you work a bear market. You build in the bottom. I happen to catch it at the top, unfortunately, but I'm now rebuilding it and doing the renovations at the bottom. So after 5 years, hopefully the price of real estate will have appreciated at that point, and I can re-evaluate the property at this point. I can refinance it again, or I can sell it off at the higher evaluation. Regardless, both of them are a winning strategy, I think. I believe this is going to work out for me. I'm still going to figure out how to navigate this water, but I believe it's going to work out. And then, one of the biggest things now, because you're your own business, you don't just take the money out from your bank account, from your corporation, and spend it all willy-nilly. There's structure to this, right? You don't touch that money unless it's for the business. So, again, the business can buy you cars, the business can buy you food, the business can buy you trips and vacations. It's all a write-off, but you have to utilize these things to the benefit of the business. All right. And then last but not least, keeping track of spending and earnings, which is known as your income statement. I will provide a sheet for you guys and break that down for you as well the more we begin to dive into real estate. All right. I thank you guys for taking me on this first high-level 40,000 foot view down on real estate and determining the structure of it. I can't thank you guys enough. I enjoy this community. You know, each one teach one. Please share this with your friends. Share this with your family. It will help me a lot. I eventually would love to leave what I do at work and just come and do this full time, in all honesty. Chat with you guys one-to-one, build a team, and we could do this as a team and start buying and building together. But we'll see where life lows. We'll see where life goes. Until next time, you guys.
Making major moves. We going all in. Like we got nothing to lose. We making moves. We making major moves. We making moves.